congratulations on this new partnership. And if I'm right, it's been 15 years since Adidas last partnered with a Philippine university.
Yeah, it's been some time.
Yeah. What has changed? What has been the motivation behind this?
Well, as you know, right, because you've been following us for some time now and you've seen some of our most recent movements in sport, this is just a natural extension of what we're trying to do in sport, through sport, in the nation. And so, like I said earlier, and for those who weren't listening, looking at all the schools and evaluation of the schools and the programs that we're able to execute, this one with NU just seemed like a very natural fit for us. Really strong legacy, National University, targeting, not just Metro Manila, but extending to all the three regions, right? So, we're super excited to be back.
Something that was applauded earlier, something you said that gained a lot of responses, that it'll be a full school program for all sports,
yes,
not just the popular sports.
Yes.
What exactly does that mean? Like, what will you be providing for these teams?
So, any athlete representing NU in UAAP should be and will be provided Adidas product. So for their training, for their on field, if we can call it field performance, so it's a program for all their athletes representing the school at UAAP.
And I heard that it starts immediately, so does that
So
mean
starting from contract was signed today,
Yes.
and clearly we're in a season,
Yeah.
right? So there's obviously some complexity, teething little issues, but you'll start to see the product rolling out through the sports.
So the Bulldogs, when they play this weekend, they'll have the logo.
The basketball, because we're coming to the end of the basketball season, you see they didn't start the season with it, right? But in volleyball,
Yes.
if you're paying attention, you would have seen it, right?
Yes.
So little bit by little bit, we start to see the product flow through.
Does this also mean that you're looking at maybe specific athletes from NU and seeing maybe some of them who can, be signed exclusively to Adidas?
Where the opportunity arises, then that's obviously something we would like to be able to continue to do, and we have done so for many years, right? Supporting athletes specifically, even from high school, where it's relevant, through to the professional leagues, ones representing the country most recently. Where it makes sense and where the opportunity arises, we'll continue to look at those opportunities.
NU has produced not just collegiate athletes, but some of them have gone on to represent the Philippines all the way to the Olympic level.
We've had former Olympians,
Yes.
Professional league in many sports.
Does that mean that if they compete at maybe Asian Games, Southeast Asian Games, they'll also be carrying the three stripes?
Really, I think ultimately we're there to provide what the athlete wants and the best for the athlete. And sometimes, that may be with our brand, and perhaps in other events it may not be, right? But ultimately we're there to be behind the athlete, to support the athlete. When they represent NU, then they will be wearing the three stripes.
said that there's a long-term vision for this. So how long is this partnership for?
So the contract signed was for 3 years. Obviously, we'd be looking to extend. Typically, with those sort of things, right? There's a term around it, but nonetheless, all the conversations have been about how do we extend that relationship beyond just what happens in sport, right? So you heard me talk about the connection into the different departments, the collaboration of the experience that our people in our business can provide to students, right? Mentorship programs, opportunities for scholarship, internships. So it's just an extension of what we can do with a program like NU beyond just what happens, in the field of play.
Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Cheers.